Hey, glad to see you. I'm glad you came back for some more. It's still Wednesday night, but I'm electing to get these items packed up. That way I don't miss the mailman tomorrow. It's been kind of a slow day in sales. I only had 2 sales today, but fortunately they were good sales. First thing we sold is this Logitech Squeeze Box that we listed a day or 2 ago. I picked that up at the Salvation Army for $3.40, and it sold for $49.95, and the buyer paid $14.20 shipping. And then we sold this rare Ace of Aces World War I air combat game. This is a vintage game. I think it might be from the 70s or 80s. I found that at the end of the day one day over at Savers. I believe it was $2.99 minus discount. And this item sold for $99.99 plus the buyer paid $17.20 shipping. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff packed up and we'll talk to you guys later. Hey, good afternoon, crew. I'm over here at the Salvation Army. If I had to describe the weather today, I would say mostly cloudy. I did pretty well over here today. I spent about $48, but I got some pretty good stuff, and I'll show you guys later when I get home. I was considering going out to the junk stores today, but I don't think I'm going to do that because it's already 2 o'clock, and if I hit those stores, it's going to be past 5 when I get home, and I don't want to deal with that. I got to get some cash for tomorrow since I'll be going to the auctions. But I'll just show you guys what I found later on when I get home. We'll talk to you guys in a bit. I just got out of the More Than a Thrift store, and I picked up a little nugget too. I'll show you guys in a minute. I want to go over the Salvation Army stuff right now though, since I got it first, and I like to keep it chronological. First item I got over there today was this Tracer Junior. I got it for $3.40. Looks like they sell in the $30 range plus shipping. I picked up this Star Shower motion light. A lot of people use these during the Christmas season. It was $3.40. And in pre-owned condition, this also sells for probably around $30 too. I got this diabetic glucose meter with bag, and there was this Accu-Check Aviva inside. I paid $2.50 minus discount, so probably about $2.20-ish. I think the blood glucose meter probably sells for around $17. But in pre-owned condition, the bag probably sells for around $30 plus shipping. I picked up these Shimano bicycle parts. I actually looked up the model number, and it looks like brand new they sell for about $50. So I'm not sure how much they sell for in pre-owned condition, but I paid $3.40 for them. I picked up this vintage 3-setting heating pad. It's got the flower pattern on it. It's definitely super vintage. I would probably say 60s or 70s likely. It looks like in pre-owned condition these sell for about $30 plus shipping. I got this LL Bean First Watch weather station. It basically tells you what the temperature is, tells you the time. It's a pretty nice little piece. I picked it up for $4.25, and it looks like they sell for about $30 free shipping. I picked up this Super Bowl 37 collectible football. Looks like it's from 2003. It was $2.55. Looks like one recently sold for $10 plus priority shipping. I got this Intermatic lamp and appliance timer. It was $2.50 minus discount, and I looked it up, and this model is selling for about $15 free shipping. I picked up this wood bagel slicer for $1. It was actually 85 cents with discount. And it looks like in brand new condition they sell for about $20 plus shipping. So I'm going to see if I can't get about 12 to 15 for mine. It looks like it's in decent shape. I got this Kawasaki music keyboard type thing. It was $4.25. I tested it out and it works. It looks like one sold back in February for about $22 plus shipping. I got this bag of 3 glucose meters. They're being sold as is. It was $4.25 for the bag, and it looks like each one of these sells for about $25 a piece. I picked up this Canon lens care kit. It was in the 25-cent bin, and it looks like that sells for about $10 free shipping. I got this pair of vintage elbow patches. It looks like they're probably from the 50s or 60s. They were in the 25-cent bin. And it looks like somebody sold one similar, but in red for $10 or best offer and $4.20 shipping. So I should be able to make a few dollars on this. When I first walked into the Salvation Army, this salad shooter was in the free box. They had this thing on the shelf for quite a long time. They wanted $4 for it. To be completely honest with you, I almost bought it, but I was like, you know, this stuff doesn't sell that well for me. So I just didn't want to buy anything that might be super long tail. But since it was in the free box, I'll definitely sell it. I'll probably sell this stuff for You know, I'll probably get $20 on it, and, you know, including that cord is probably $8 to $10 right there. And then something cool happened today. Eat your heart out, Jimmy. I was having a conversation with a gentleman in the store, and Janet says, "Hey, I hate to interrupt, but I just put out this Wii, and you should go check it out." And so I did. And it's kind of a good little set, too. It's got quite a few controllers in there, which I desperately needed because the last controller I got was all junked out. It's got an empty copy of Wii Sports in it. Hopefully that thing is inside of the Wii. I've got the Wii hooked up to my little inverter over here, and nothing's happening when I hit the eject button, so looks like we might not have a game in there after all. It's kind of sad too, because there's like Wii Resort stuff in there, but I don't see any games. But it was only like $12.75, so I know I'll make some money on it. No big deal. And then I shot over to the More Than a Thrift, and I picked up that Imperial pasta maker. And I believe that sells for about $25 probably. I paid $5 for it. This right here is probably the gem from the More Than a Thrift. It's an Archer game. I paid $3 for it. It's still sealed in the original packaging. It used to cost $12. But as you can see, it's selling for a whole lot more now. So I would definitely say it hasn't been a terrible day in thrifting. Could definitely be a whole lot worse. I'll tell you, I'm a little disappointed that Wii Sports isn't in there, but it's really no big deal. Anywho, I think I'm going to go shoot over to the house and see what Mr. K's cooking. I'll talk to you guys shortly. Hey, what's happening, guys? I'm over here at the light table. It's about 9:30 at night. I've got a little bit of the Goonies soundtrack going on lightly in the background. And I just figured I'd hang out with my friends. I'm not sure if you guys can relate, but I imagine if you guys, some of you guys that are full-time, you probably know what it's like when you're, you know, all by yourself, or, you know, you don't really have anybody to talk to. I sometimes find myself holding long conversations with other thrift store shoppers. I actually did that today. I had several wonderful conversations. This one older lady that I met today was just the sweetest dear I've ever met, and we just had a 10-minute conversation. And to be completely honest with you, I don't remember a single thing we talked about, but I just remembered she made me laugh, she was laughing, and it was just a wonderful time. I also ran into the gentleman that told me about bees. I said, "Hey, aren't you the guy that told me about bees a couple weeks ago?" And he said, "Yes, I am." Now, this was an interesting gentleman. This guy likes to go to thrift stores, and he likes to find lamps, and he likes to find things like old fire tanks, like water tanks, and he likes to somehow take the pole of the lamp and put it in the fire tank, and put a fireman's helmet on top, and make little, like, artsy lamps. And sometimes the fire departments purchase these items, but I don't really think he makes it because he needs the money. I think he just enjoys doing it. Which made me think about some things lately. I think mostly my motivation is just to make enough money to where, you know, I don't have to worry about money anymore. And I'm not necessarily talking about being rich. I just want to be able to have enough money to where I can do things I want to do. Like my whole life I wanted to get into comedy. But all I ever did was try to find ways to make money. So now that I'm, you know, older now, I'm in my 40s, I'm getting older, I want to do things that are meaningful to me. And making people laugh is just something that is very near and dear to my heart. I remember when I was a kid, I was labeled the problem child because I was a class clown. I told Mr. K tonight it would be nice if the school would have tried to encourage me to become a comedian. I always knew I was never destined for academia, but I'm okay with that. Hey, check this out, guys. This is that thing that you put out in your yard, and it kind of makes pretty colors. In this case, it's red and green. This thing is absolutely perfect for the holidays. You can probably see it better this way. It makes little patterns, and this thing will really light up. I've seen people put these in their yard, and it's tacky as hell, and I love it. It's some old Griswold shiznit. You never want to look down into that beam, though, because it's not good for your eyes. And if you just want green, it'll do that, too. And if you don't want the colors to move, it'll also do that. Alright, I just got done testing that Kawasaki Keyboard, and unfortunately, it's not in as good of condition as I thought it was. Most of it works, but the last 3 keys do not. I saw one up there for $24.95 as is, or for parts, so I'm not sure if I can actually get anything for it, but I think I'll be able to make something. It's kind of like a rare toy, and I think somebody would buy it anyway. Besides, it mostly does work, so maybe I can get most of the money for it. I just did a little bit of further testing on this heating pad, and it's working fine. I'm going to go ahead and photograph that. I've got most of the items already photographed, but I'm not sure I'm going to do any listing tonight because I want to try to get up early, about 7 a.m. tomorrow. I want to see if I can't find some garage sales, and I want to hit the auction because I'm looking for a little change. I just did a little bit of digging on those Shimano parts. I was trying to find out a little bit more information on these. I picked these up today for $3.40, and it looks like they're supposed to have cleats, which I think are those little things back there in the bag. But it looks like even without cleats, looks like we can probably get about $33 plus $8 shipping. So I'm going to see if I can't get between $35 and $40. I was telling my new pal Nady Pie that there can be some really good money in camping and outdoor equipment. If you guys see Shimano stuff, I would definitely keep an eye out for that. It's some pretty good money. You can usually pick it up pretty cheap. Sometimes you can find them at places like garage sales or maybe an auction. Fortunately, I live in an area that is very rich in cycling and camping. It's Keene, New Hampshire, so there's a lot of mountains and people love to go camping, so I definitely do okay sometimes with the outdoor equipment. But I'm sure you guys can probably find some of that stuff too. Alright, so basically everything's been photographed with the exception of those diabetic meters and also that pasta maker, but I'm going to try to get that posted tomorrow. I just pulled this Wii out. I want to try to get all of the items organized. In hindsight, I may have left this there. I mean, it wasn't really that good of a deal. I was really sad when I saw the game was missing from the envelope. But there still are a few Wii remotes, and there's the system, and hopefully it works. 3 of these are authentic, and it looks like 2 of them are knockoffs. But that's okay, I can still use them for when I find Wii consoles. I mean, I guess $12.75 really isn't that bad of a price, so long as everything works. I just won't be able to test it tonight because I'm starting to get a bit tired. In fact, I think I'm going to wrap this up, guys. So I think I'll just get this video uploaded, and hopefully I'll have some video to show you guys tomorrow. Anywho, you guys have a wonderful night, and we'll talk to you later. See ya!